In the new comedy Say Your Prayers, Tim, played by Harry Melling, is a sweet young Christian who, along with his brother, is tasked to murder, except their mission goes incredibly wrong. Take a look.
The Ilkley Literature Festival, culminating this Sunday with the controversial secularist
Professor Bill Huxley.
You called the wrong one.
Well, you look just like him from behind. Yeah, but everybody looks like everybody from behind.
And Harry is with us now. Harry, good to see you. How are you?
Very good, thanks. How are you, Sarah?
I'm doing great. I loved watching this movie. It is funny. It's quirky. It's totally original. And you play Tim, who is as unique as they come, we'll say.
Yes.
You tell us about Tim and a little bit about the mess that he gets himself into.
Yeah, well, one of the things that really drew me to Tim was just his innocence. He's so good. And he's one of those characters that is two steps behind everyone else. And I kind of love that about him. Like you said, he gets himself into a real pickle with what he's been asked to do.
This movie also tackles some real themes with religion, atheism, terrorism, but it's funny at the same time.
Well, I think that's exactly the thing that drew me to it, was the fact that, yes, it is a comedy. So hopefully you make people laugh, but also there are themes and quite themes you have to tread carefully along. And yes, you do go into quite, big moral questions about religion, about power, the abuse of power especially. Yeah. But at the same time, there's a lightness to touch from the comedy of it, which is what I thought was so fantastic about the script.
Yeah. How did you kind of explore this innocence about him, like you say, and finding the humor in it, but not making it kind of a caricature of someone, which I think could have gone either way,
Absolutely. I think that was one of the fears entering it, was how do you make this person real? You're not just playing a naive clown, you're playing someone real.
Yeah.
One of the things I found was, for some reason, the first day of shooting, I just was very sort of blank. This is kind of Tim receiving everything. And I thought maybe this is the way forward to playing him. Just it's constantly receiving the information, trying to piece together this new world he finds himself in.
I have to say that I loved the chemistry between you and your brother Vic, played by Tom Brooke.
Those relationships work on set when they're easy, when you can just play around with stuff, have fun, make a new line, put it in and see what happens. Those are always the best working relationships. And so I just had a great time with Tom.
Well, you were also part of 3 huge projects for Netflix during the pandemic, one of them being The Queen's Gambit, which I was a huge fan of, but so were millions of people. But when you got this script and you're like, okay, they're doing this show about chess, like, is this going to be a good show?
It's a hard sell, right? I said to many friends, I'm doing this show. It's about chess. It's really good. It's really, really good. I'm amazed at how, I'm not amazed because Scott Frank's a genius who wrote and directed it, but I am amazed at how many people have taken that story to heart. It's just incredible.
Now they're talking about turning The Queen's Gambit into a staged musical. Like, what do you think about that? I mean, what do you think it is about this story that people need more, and they need more of it on a different medium?
I just think it's an amazing story. The story of a girl becoming a woman, the cost of genius, the cost of having this gift.
Did you learn to play for the movie? Or for the show?
I did, yeah. I didn't know how to play at all.
Yeah,
so
it is why.
put a
My
chess
kids
board.
know. I have an 8 and a 6-year-old who both play, and they try to teach me, and I'm like, I don't know
what goes where.
Well, you have a bunch more projects lined up for 2021. One of them being Tragedy of Macbeth with Denzel Washington and Frances McDormand. I mean, couldn't ask for 2 better actors to work with.
It's amazing. I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but what I will say is, in the true Coen brothers style, it's completely unique. It's a completely unique telling of their Macbeth, and I'm really excited for that to come out.
All right, we'll wait for that one. But you also just announced Please Baby Please with Demi Moore, who I feel like I haven't seen in a little bit. What can you tell us about that one?
That was I wrapped in that. We filmed in Montana, and it was amazing. I mean, it was this amazing director called Amanda Kramer who wrote it as well, and it's a wild ride. So I can't wait for that to come out again.
Yeah. Well, Harry Potter is another one of your projects that just keeps on living. You know what I mean? Like,
it keeps going.
Endless lives, even 20 years later. And there's rumors now of a Harry Potter TV show. So if Dudley Dursley was to be a character in this show, what advice would you give the young person playing that role?
Oh gosh. Okay. I'd say have fun. You know, I think have fun. That was one of the main lessons I learned from that whole experience. I think working with Fiona Shaw, I just was have fun. You know.
Well, Say Your Prayers is in theaters and on demand starting April 2nd. Harry, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much, Sarah.